minutes. Here's Hal with Lynn O'Quinn from his outreach worldwide, baby.
Hello, everybody. We are so glad to have you back. And I am just so blessed to have one of my dearest and best friends and most talented friends, Sylvia Ritchie, here with us. Sylvia Ritchie, wow, look at all the bits I have on her. I mean, just pages. She is an amazing talent. And I'll just start by saying she's a homegrown North Carolina girl. And you were born in Henderson. You were raised in Rocky Mount.
Right.
So yay, straight from North Carolina. And you had told me that you couldn't recall a time that you weren't singing or playing.
Yes.
And you grew up just loving music and started out in church, is that correct?
Yes, I did. The good thing about a church audience is they love you if you're good, and they love you if you're not so good. But they're very forgiving, so they're very encouraging also. But my dad would have me play the offertory. He would fill in for the minister when the minister couldn't be there. He was the head deacon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so naturally, he would ask me to play the service. And so one particular Sunday night, I didn't have anything prepared, and so I played Ray Charles' Born to Lose. And I played it really slowly because I thought, well, he won't recognize it. But when I got home and my dad said, Sylvia, what was the song you played for the offertory? It surely sounded like Born to Lose. I said, oh, you know, it had some of the same chords, didn't it? I never admitted that I played Born to Lose, but I did play. I'll tell you guys, I did play.
And knowing you, I'm sure you did.
And I played it really slowly.
I am sure you did. And let's see, you continued to pursue music all through college.
Yes, I did.
Yes, and
I have a classical degree.
Yes.
But I would rather play Jerry Lee.
Yeah. So you have just been all over the place. I mean, literally, you have done venues in Mobile, Gulf Coast, New Orleans. Did I say that right? New Orleans?
Yeah. Well, people come there and say New Orleans. They say New Orleans.
I can't say it like that.
But I had a couple of clubs down in New Orleans, and I had a wonderful career there. You know, and I actually had another club. That was at one of the hotels in New Orleans, the Montmillon Hotel.
A huge hotel, very famous hotel.
And I was in the Carousel Lounge there, and I went in on a 2-week contract and stayed 6 years.
Yay, and I can see
think
why.
they like me.
I can see why. And tell them some of the people that walked in and played with you there.
Oh yeah, one night I was getting ready to play. I was on break, was going back to play, and Al Hurt walked in, and he had a trumpet in one hand and a scotch in the other, and I was like, first of all, Al Hurt is in my club. Second of all, he said, can you play all the things you are in A flat? And he started snapping. He put his glass down, started snapping this real fast tempo, and thank goodness I knew all the things you are in A flat, and I was able to play it. And so that was the first time I ever got a chance to play with Al Hurt. So I was really excited about that.
And I'm sure knowing you played the piano as well as he played his. So I mean, you know, I have no doubt about that.
I was very nervous.
I can only imagine. So Dennis Quaid, didn't he?
Well, then later on, when I left New Orleans, I had a chance to play at the Sheridan in Baton Rouge, and Dennis Quaid was filming the movie Everybody's All-American. That would have been like the late 80s. And he would come in the lounge every night, and he'd say, I would play Jerry Lee Lewis songs, and he just loved the way I played the left hand. And he said, can you teach me how to do that left hand barrel house roll that you do? And I said, oh, sure. I didn't know why he wanted to do. I just had no idea that he was getting ready to film the movie Breathless. And so I should have really gotten a consultant.
Oh, yes, I definitely think so.
But I'm so glad I was able to help.
I definitely think so. And reading here, too, I think one of the most fascinating things that I know about you is that you have taught over 500 children music and voice.
Oh, wow.
And to me, that is just absolutely incredible.
Thank you. Well, you know, Lynn, I feel like that is what I was here to do. I just felt like I made a difference in those children's lives. I had a chance after I left New Orleans in Baton Rouge to go up into Concordia Parish, which is at the center. If you look at the map of Louisiana, the very center of Louisiana is Concordia Parish. And I was in charge of music for the entire parish. And I went to 6 different schools. I was an itinerant music teacher, of course. And I would travel to each school each day. And I taught a gifted, talented program. And these children had to audition to get into this. So they had to, be pretty good at what they were doing before they could get into the program. But one of the students, I've had so many success stories, which is wonderful. One of my students' name is Ross Ellis, and you might see his name on the highway now. He has had 3 #1 songs out, and he brought me his first song in the 3rd grade, and he said, "Miss Sylvia, I wrote a song," and I said, "Well, let me hear it." And of course, I encouraged him to keep writing, and he stayed with me until he graduated and went to college. But he's now one of the highway finds on Sirius Radio. So.
I mean, Sylvia, that's just got to be such a huge
Oh, it's
satisfaction
wonderful.
to your heart. I mean, to know that you were a part of all of that, and so many children's lives. I mean, how you've influenced them and given them the love of music, and because
Pass it on. Yes.
no matter how bad things get. I mean, that's one of my songs, there's always still music, and we have music in our souls, and I mean, that the music is just always there and gets us through. But you also, very interested in sharing this, acted as minister of music for 2 congregations in Mississippi and Louisiana.
Yes.
Before moving back to the Carolinas.
So, and now I'm actually not the actual minister of music, but I am the pianist for Wrightsboro United Methodist Church in Wilmington, where I play every Sunday. We've been having to meet outside, but at least we're able to still have our worship services. And hopefully soon we'll be able to go back into the sanctuary.
And you were supposed to be playing for her wedding today, but
yes,
she showed up here, thankfully.
I opted to come and be with
thankful. Thank you, friend. And you do now have, let me see, you have Carolina Moon, one of my favorite songs, and a great, great song. That's the one that really started you here in the Carolinas, correct?
Yes, when I started, I had mentioned J.K. Lofton earlier, and J.K. helped me produce my 10th studio album when I went to Wilmington, and J.K. heard one of the songs on there, and he was responsible for me really getting into beach music, because one of my songs, Some Girls Have It All, he said, if you change the beat on that, it would be a beach music smoothie. And I was like, a smoothie. I thought a smoothie was a drink from Dairy Queen. I had no idea. It was a dance. And so anyway, that's what started all. It won me my first Cammy, actually, in 2018. And then another song from that album, Loving My Blues Away, was my second Cammy in 2019. So, but anyway, you're talking about Carolina Moon. So I went home. He said, this is what Carolina Beach music is. So I was like, okay. So I went home and I thought about, I'm going to write a beach music song. So anyway, so I sat down and I started thinking about the moon. I was looking out the window and I thought, and I was thinking, why don't I write about the moon? Everybody sees the moon and they see it, you're in different places when you see the moon. And so I wrote Carolina Moon. I took it to J.K. and he was like, blown away.
Yeah,
and
I can see why.
Those were his words, not mine. Then he told me, he said,
great
oh my gosh. I said, is this a beach music song? He said, yes, this is a beach music song.
Great song. And it was #1, correct?
In February of last year, yes it
February
was.
of last year, and it remained, it's remained on the charts for what,
It's
2
just
years?
off the charts in the last a couple of months.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, amazing song. And tell people where they can find your songs.
Yes, all of my songs are available on YouTube. Also on CD Baby under Sylvia Ritchie Music. Also Spotify, iTunes, think of, am I
Yeah.
forgetting one? Pandora. I forgot Pandora.
Yeah, all the
But they're
social
available
media
for
markets, yeah.
download.
Yeah,
also
Sirius
just
XM.
Sirius
yeah,
XM. I
Lost
forgot
Come
about
Knocking.
Carolina Moon is on there
Yes,
also.
and Carolina Moon.
And
yes,
Let's Come Knocking,
yeah.
which, by the way, I wrote with, you know who here. She sent me the lyrics to this song called Not Too Often, and I turned it around and turned it into Love's Come Knocking, and when I saw her, I was like, I hope you won't be too upset. I changed some of the lyrics. Just
It
a few.
turned out great.
But I'm going to do that one for you
to-
guys so you can hear.
To turn into,
Or Not Too Often
yeah,
song.
yes, to turn into one of the top, what are we now, number 6?
Yeah, we've been in the top 10. We
I've lost
released the
track.
song in March.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we've been in the top 10 since then.
Great song, you know,
so-
she did a beautiful job.
And it's a fun song about
It
New
is a
Orleans.
fun
You guys
song,
will like it.
Yeah, so Love's Come Knocking. And we have several more, many more actually, several more coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, a
So I'm
bunch.
excited about all of those too. So not only is she writing with Gary Lauder, she's also writing with me. A lot of these are recorded in Daxwood Studio.
And Doyle Wood,
And,
yes.
And she's sung some of these with Doyle Wood.
Yes.
So yeah, we have a lot in common, a lot of good friends in common, but a huge network of great God-given talent here. And
Yes.
we are just so blessed by all of it. And wow, there's just so much here. I'm just blown away. How many albums have you recorded?
Well, as I said, in New Orleans when I was there, I did I did 5, and then later on when I moved to Natchez, Mississippi, where I taught a lot of the children, I recorded a couple more. So basically, and I went to Nashville and recorded a couple. So the one I just recorded is my 10th one, and I'm working on number 11 with Lynn and Daxwood Studios, as well as Cape Fear Studios in Wilmington.
Yeah, so we're excited about that one too. And too, they might like to know, who were some of your early musical influences?
Oh,
I always
wow.
love to ask artists
I've
that.
got so many, but I have to say, since I did Born to Lose, Ray Charles, of course, and I just, there's so many. That would be like piano people, like Dave Brubeck. I'm trying to think. Roger Williams. Oh my gosh, I was stealing a lot of licks from Roger Williams.
Incredible. Yeah.
But he doesn't mind, I'm sure. But anyway.
I'm sure he doesn't mind if you're doing them, not at all.
But anyway, and of course Jerry Lee.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and Little Richard. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
You know.
you guys have got to go on some of her social media outlets, YouTube or whatever, and see her do a few of the Jerry Lee pieces. Oh my goodness, she just blows it off the charts.
Oh.
Her fingers just move so fast, and she's so
And they
good.
never leave my hands, which is great. That's good.
And on top of like the Jerry Lee and all of this, she also has a very formal training background. And I think you hit a little bit on that,
Yes.
but if you can go into a little bit more
Oh,
detail
okay.
about
Well,
that.
yeah, I went to East
Yes.
Carolina for about 3 years, and then I ended up finishing I got a full scholarship offer from the University of South Alabama, so it's hard to turn something down like that. But I played an entire Beethoven sonata. That's how I got the
Yeah.
got the full ride scholarship. I was happy about it. But anyway, so I stayed down in the Mobile area and Mississippi, and I kind of migrated west to New Orleans. I played the Gulf Coast, then I played New Orleans. Then I went up into Natchez in the center of Mississippi. Actually, Natchez, Mississippi is right on the Mississippi River, right across from Louisiana, from the line, so it's right there. So I was teaching in Natchez and in Vidalia, which was Vidalia, Louisiana. So anyway, and then I migrated back to North Carolina.
Hey, yeah, and that's how you and I
So
met.
you
and
just
I
think
mean,
about
it's
that. Was
just-
like a U-turn.
Yeah. Well, Sylvia and I first met actually, at the Beach Music Awards or
Yes.
SOS in Myrtle Beach.
Mhm.
And we became great friends just
Yeah.
right then and there. And we stayed in touch with each
Yes.
other. And and our friendship basically started with that one song that I sent you the lyrics to just out of the blue. I'm like, hey, we need to write something together, and so that's how and we've been best friends ever since. So I'm just so
Joel
blessed to
called me
have
up and
our
he said,
friendship.
"You've been doing really good on the charts. We want to do a song with you." And I was like, "Well, okay." Well, I was flattered,
Well, we were so glad that you said yes to that.
Well, I'm glad I did too.
So your newest solo song is gonna Stop My Looking, right?
I've got a new song coming out on Patman and Robin Records. Whenever we get it out, everything has been delayed, of course, but it's coming out on their compilation. They were hoping to release it this year, earlier this year, but we're hoping that it's going to be soon. But it's going to stop. It's called "I'm Going to Stop My Looking Now That I Found You."
Oh, I love that song. That's a great song. She has the most incredible hook lines too. Yeah, she's good, guys. And I can't wait for you to hear some of her music and songs, which you are definitely going to coming up. So there's so much more to come up and to listen to. So Sylvia, what is your next album? Did we touch on that?
Well, I've got a picture, but I don't have a title. Maybe we're going to have a contest.
Do I have a picture of it? Maybe here.
You do. But
I'm not in color, I don't.
But it's more
yeah.
like the one with my hand in the air. I think I was at some place, I played Jerry Lee, and my hand came up, and the girl took the picture, and it's a blur.
And it should be, because that's how she plays. She plays so fast and so incredibly good. And I'm just so excited for you all to be able to hear her coming up with her songs and her talent. And she will soon be playing a lot of piano on our tracks coming up. And she's just such an incredible talent and great friend, Sylvia. I just love you to death.
Thank you so much for having me today. This has been a wonderful experience.
Much more to come with you and your career and all of your songs. And God bless you, which you already has and will continue doing. And we just love you to death.
Thank you.
So,
thanks, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody, and we'll see you next time for Here's How.
And make his face to shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your saving power among all nations.
HisOutreachWorldwide.org, sharing Jesus with children around the world.
His Outreach Worldwide is so grateful to their Director of Africa, Habakkuk Opembi, for bringing the love and compassion of Jesus Christ to the children of Africa. His Outreach Worldwide is battling many things because of this pandemic in Kenya and also other countries, including ours. There's also a fight in Africa, and we're fighting to help save children worldwide. Schools have been closed since February. His Outreach Worldwide is spreading the word of Jesus Christ and the gospel. They're training people. Certificates have been issued. Bibles have been issued. Over 1,000 Swahili booklets been issued from His Outreach Worldwide. They're trained Sunday school teachers, pastors, children workers, and local and international NGOs. 185 adults received and confessed Christ as their Savior. 400 children above 13 years old professed Christ. Ministered in orphanage home, in refugee camp, over 300 kids. They have distributed 18,000 kilograms of maize flour, 600 kilograms of rice, 700 whole meal rice, 1,500 kilograms of beans, 1,200 kilograms of green grams, 720 cooking oils, 120 bars of soap, 30 Bibles. They reached out to over 3,700 homes and households. 671 have professed Christ. 500 children above 13 have professed Christ. Each month, His Outreach Worldwide is reaching the people around the world in Africa and bringing them to the love of Jesus Christ. Total numbers of His Outreach booklet have been issued is 1,450. Total Total number of trainees, 135. Total numbers of Bibles for the past 7 months is 418. Total number of certificates issued for training in pastors is 135. Total number of people presented, 9,010. Total number of children have professed the faith is 1,862. Total numbers of adults professed the faith have been 1,753. Many distributions of the Bible and food have been given across the world and in Africa. God bless his outreach worldwide.
Hello guys.
Hello.
You're still doing your homework?
Yes.
Okay, what is this you're doing?
Activity.
Activity. Okay, just continue with your work. Hello guys. Due to this pandemic, plight of pandemic, I'm forced to become a teacher at home because the school will resume next year. So my focus is as a parent to be able to make my children not forget what they have been taught, and for them to catch up what they should have been doing at this time.
Due to this pandemic of COVID-19, as a father and the head of the family, families are going through a lot in the world. They are facing depression, death, fear of what might happen. People are losing jobs, people are killing one another. But as a father, I just want to encourage each and every family in the whole world that through God we shall overcome.
Tabitha Mukui, 45, lives in a remote village in Machakos County, eastern Kenya. Her teenage daughter is one of more than 150,000 young girls who have become pregnant since Kenya announced its first COVID case in March. Mukui discovered the pregnancy just last week after her daughter wore a sweater for many days.
Ooh, yeah. Though the wind may blow, you were my anchor.
Find out more information on His Outreach Worldwide Ministries, our missions, our books, multimedia, how to donate, or how to contact us. Please visit hisoutreachworldwide.org.
Here's a song that Lynn and I were talking about. Actually, Lynn and I wrote this song, a little song called Love's Come Knockin'. I was down in New Orleans with some of my friends, having a good time when you walked in. The way you smiled swept me off my feet. My heart did flips and skipped some beats. Got the strangest sensation when you looked at me. I was captivated, you shook me to my core. Got my whole world rocking. Feels like love's come knocking. Love's come knocking, knocking on my door. Got me spinning and reeling with a not too often feeling. Love's come knocking, knocking on my door. Well, I've never been one to fall this way, never let my feelings out. Could you be the one my mama warned me about? Said you'd leave my knees shaking, my body weak, spill my little heart right away from me. It's a lover's question I got to know tonight. Got my
my whole world rocking. Feels like love's come knocking. Love's come knocking, knocking on my door. Got me spinning and reeling with a not too often feeling. Love's come knocking, knocking on my door. Not too often, maybe never, never have I felt this kind of feeling. Ever, ever, ever. You know love's come knocking. You got my whole world rocking. Yes, love's come knocking, knocking on my door. You got me spinning and reeling with a not too often feeling. Love's come knocking, knocking on my door. Feels like love's come knocking, knocking on my door. Love's come knocking. Well, I'm just going to keep on. Nobody said I had to stop, so I'm just going to continue. The next song I'm going to do for you guys was the very first song that I actually was considered a beach music song that I wrote. And I had just moved back to the Carolinas from Louisiana, and I decided to do a song about Carolina. And this is one of Lynn's favorites, she told me, and a song called Carolina Moon. You took a hold of my heart from the very start. I'm so filled with thoughts of you and everything that I do. My love for you is so hard to hide. It's a feeling that I just can't describe. Meet me tonight neath the Carolina moon. Carolina, Carolina, dancing neath the Carolina moon, romancing neath the Carolina moon. We'll let the rest of the world go by, baby, just you and I, dancing neath the Carolina moon. Carolina, Carolina, you'd be a beautiful sight in the pale moonlight. Just one girl, one guy, I'll be there by your side. Then and there all my dreams would come true, 'cause baby, I'll be holding you. Meet me tonight neath the Carolina moon. Carolina, Carolina, dancing neath the Carolina moon, romancing neath the Carolina moon. We'll let the rest of the world go by, baby, just you and I, dancing beneath the Carolina moon. Carolina, Carolina, all the love that's in me grows stronger every day. Wanna show you how much I care in my own special way. Dancing neath the Carolina moon, romancing neath the Carolina moon. the rest of the world go by. Baby, just you and I, dancing beneath the Carolina moon. Carolina, 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 Carolina moon tonight. Carolina, 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 Carolina moon tonight. Every time you see the Carolina moon, I hope you'll think of that song. Thank you. Here's a song that won me my second Cammy, Carolina Beats Music Award. A lot of people think a Cammy is something that goes under a jacket, but it actually is an award that comes from the Carolina Beats Music Association, and I've been so excited to get 2 of those. So this one was last year for a song called Lovin' My Blues Away, and I hope you have somebody in your life that loves your blues away. Mama always told me I'd find a man someday who'd fill my life with happiness in every single way. Prince can't believe such a change in me when I'm talking about you, such a sight to see. Whoa, baby, sweet baby, you're loving my blues away. You're my sunshine on a rainy day. You make all the dark clouds just roll right away. You're my good time man, my bon temps roulette, yeah. You're loving my blues away. They say nothing lasts forever, I can't believe it's true. There's no greater joy for me than just to be with you. You take away my sadness, you take away my fears. You make me smile, even through my tears, yeah, baby. Sweet baby, you're loving my blues away. You're my sunshine on a rainy day. You make all the dark clouds just roll right away. You're my good time man, my bon temps roulette, yeah. You're loving my blues away. You're loving my blues away. That's what you do. You're loving, you're loving, you're loving, you're loving, loving my blues away. Oh yeah. You're loving, you're loving, you're loving, you're loving, you're loving my blues away. Woo! Thank you.
Bravo!
All right. Got a chance to play some Jerry Lee there for you. But anyway, since moving back to the Carolinas, did I do all the songs that we were going to do? I hope I did. Since moving back to the Carolinas, I've started writing a lot of Christian worship, praise and worship songs, and I thought I'd do a couple of those for you today. And here's a song that I wrote about praying. It's called In the Silence. Here in the silence, as I listen for your voice, Lord, I'm waiting. In my heart I've made my choice. Lord, I know you're in control. Know what's coming round the bend. You open my eyes in the darkness once again. In the silence, you all know it. In the silence, you're all real. In the silence, you are with me as I kneel. You give faith for every season. Lord, I know you are the reason. Today, tomorrow, and always. In the silence, Spirit gives of love and joy and peace you freely give. Help us walk in God's time in this troubled world we live. You're my strength when I'm weakest. You take away my doubts and fears. I feel your mighty presence once again. In the silence, you're with me. In the silence, you're all real. In the silence, you're with me as I kneel. You give faith for every season. Lord, I know you are the reason. Today, tomorrow, and always. In the silence, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. Lynn is going to publish that, by the way.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's been wonderful being here today. Thank you, guys. We've got so much talent in this studio. This is great. Excuse me. Can I have a little sip of water?
Absolutely.
Is that all right? I feel like I've got do you ever have a frog in your throat? I have to
The guy behind the camera.
I have to confess that a lot of the songs that I write, I get from sermons that I hear. As a matter of fact, that's In the Silence was one that I got from a sermon. But anyway, this is one that I got from a sermon also that I heard, and I thought about it. It was kind of interesting about after this. So what happens after this? And so I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my up-tempo gospel song. Okay. It's kind of got a New Orleans feel too. I know you can't imagine that, right? But times are tough, life is rough. In this world we're living in, bad decisions that we've made sometimes seem to win. Through the depths of my despair, I know you're always there, and you lead me all the way. After this, when we leave this place, after this, we'll see Jesus face to face. There'll be no more pain and sorrow, 'cause we know He holds tomorrow. What a day of glorious bliss after this. Day by day, hour by hour, when I'm down on my knees, I can feel His warmth and presence in troubled times like these. Through the depths of my despair, I know He's always there, and He'll lead me all the way after this. After this, when we leave this place, after this, we'll see Jesus face to face. There'll be no more pain and sorrow, for we know He holds tomorrow. What a day of glorious bliss. What a day of glorious bliss. What a day of glorious bliss. After this. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn.
That is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's all we have time for.
Well, no, do one more. Do your very favorite Christian
Oh wow!
song.
Let me see.
Well,
That's hard to say.
I know, but just
I don't know
you know,
what I have so many that I've
Well,
written.
I know,
Well,
it's
some of the
just
ones that
keep
y'all
going.
heard
We're
Gary do
loving it.
I did in their boots, and I can just see you now. And what was the This Too Shall Pass. Those are some of my favorites, but it's kind of I wrote this really for his range. So as you can tell,
No, I'm talking about like you do in your shows, like
Oh.
Amazing Grace or.
oh
you know,
okay.
yeah.
Well, can I just play? Can I just
Whatever,
play?
just play.
Well,
Just-
do you have a favorite that you?
I like all of them. No,
okay.
I mean, Amazing Grace is beautiful.
Okay.
The Old Rugged Cross, you do that one really good.
Thank you, my new fan.
Oh, I've always been your fan.
How about? Well, let's see. Let me see if I can do. Well, I wish I should have prepared for this, but anyway.